Another special bedtime story, this time read by Miss Hutton.
Hello everyone and welcome to this evening's bedtime story. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so I hope you enjoy it. So the story I've chosen this evening is called Bumblebear. And the reason I've chosen it is because some of you that know me very well, especially in my class or from Eco Club, will know that I love bees because they are so important in looking after our planet. But before I start, I've got a couple of friends that would like to join us. First of all, I have Bradley Bear. Say hello to everyone, Bradley. Hello. Nice and comfortable there. And secondly, some of you might know this friend already. Can you guess? Stripes! So those children that I teach in Year 3 already know Stripes and some of my Eco Club members. But for those of you that don't, Stripes is a really friendly bee and he helps us a lot in Year 3. And sometimes he even gives great cuddles to children if they need it. And also, Stripes loves a bedtime story, don't you, Stripes? Yes. Yep, I'll get you your blanket, don't worry. Right, let's settle Stripes down. Okay, tuck those in. There we go, Stripes. There we go, Bradley Bear. And of course, I've got my blanket too. I hope you're comfortable and are ready to enjoy our lovely story. The Bumblebear. Once there was a bear called Norman who loved honey. He really loved it. And he was always sad when it ran out. But getting hold of more honey was always a bit tricky. If only I could be a bee, he sighed. I could have as much honey as I liked. And then Norman had a quite amazing and brilliant idea. It was an ordinary morning at bee school. Hello, bees, said the Queen, who was in charge. We have a new bee at bee school today. Ooh, said the little bees. Everyone say hello to Norman. Hello, said Norman. Ooh, said the little bees. Aren't you a bit big? Asked Amelia, who was a rather clever little bee. I'm a special bee, said Norman. I come from a land far, far away called Giant Beeland. Said Amelia. But then it was time for lessons to start. Bee School Daily Planner, name Norman. They began the day with some painting. Then Norman joined in with buzzing practice, bzz, 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 before everyone settled down for a nap. The bees showed him all sorts of games during playtime, and Norman was brilliant at waggly dancing. And then it was time to go home. Bee School is amazing, thought Norman. He couldn't wait to come back the next day. The next morning was even better. Norman was very good at finding smelly flowers. The bees really liked him. He was so funny and friendly, and he always tried his best, even during flying lessons. After lunch, the bees learned how to chase away anyone who came after their honey, like spiders, mice, toads, or bears. Amelia still felt there was something a bit odd about Norman. She tried to work out what it was. She read a book that said bears steal honey, smell bad, and roar lots. Amelia told the other bees what she had found out, but they didn't believe her. Of course, Norman's a bee, they said. Just look at him. He is not a bee, and I shall prove it, said Amelia. She took Norman to the bees' secret honey store. Well, when he saw all that honey, Norman just couldn't help himself. After all, he really, really, really loved honey. "See, Norman isn't a bee, he's a bear," said Amelia. "What the jiggins?" gasped all the little bees. Said Norman. He was asked to leave bee school at once. With Norman gone, things were very quiet at bee school. "Norman was such a funny bee," sighed the bees. "Norman was such a busy bee," sighed Amelia. "Norman was a naughty bear," said the Queen, "and bee school is no place for bears." But later that night, the bees heard a loud crash, a diabolical roar. Oh no, they cried, "It's a bear!" And this bear was big and nasty and trampled all over bee school. It grabbed the hive and started to shake it. The bees tumbled out in a panic. They tried to chase the bear away, but it was just too big and too bad. But then a fearsome, buzzing beast burst through the trees. "Bzzz!" squealed the bear. "It's a giant bee!" And it ran away as fast as it could. The bees were saved, and Norman was a hero. They gave him a big pot of honey, and the Queen presented him with a special award. "You definitely aren't a bee," said the Queen, "but you are no ordinary bear. You are, I think, a Bumblebear." And Bumblebears were definitely allowed to go back to bee school. I hope you enjoyed that story just as much as I do. Sleep tight, everyone, and sweet dreams. See you soon.